What if I told you one car company built a luxury crossover for the price of a loaded family SUV and also created a supercar so insane that it now sells for over $1 million? A company that challenged Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, Aston Martin, even Ferrari, and somehow did it while being more reliable and often costing tens of thousands less. Sounds impossible, right? Well, today we're climbing through the 7 levels of Lexus, from the entry-level luxury experience all the way to one of the greatest automotive legends ever created. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why one Lexus was so special that the company actually lost money on every single one they built. What is Lexus? Before we climb the ladder, you need to understand what makes Lexus different. Back in 1988, at the Los Angeles Motor Show, Toyota introduced something nobody expected: a luxury division designed to challenge the world's best premium brands. The name wasn't even supposed to be Lexus. Out of 219 possible names, the favorite was actually Alexis. Thankfully, someone changed their mind. Just 1 year later, Lexus launched globally with the LS400 and ES250, instantly shocking the luxury world. While European brands focused on prestige and status symbols, Lexus focused on something else: perfection, quiet cabins, obsessive craftsmanship, legendary reliability, and engineering so precise it became part of the brand's identity. Today, Lexus offers everything from a $37,000 city crossover to one of the most collectible supercars on Earth. But here's where things get interesting. The first level isn't what most people expect. And once you see what Lexus gives you for under $40,000, you'll understand why so many buyers never go back to European brands. Level 1, the entry flex. This is where the Lexus journey begins. Meet the UX300H. On paper, it sounds simple: a compact luxury crossover starting around $37,000. But the moment you step inside, something feels different. Run your fingers across the dashboard: soft touch materials, solid switchgear, panels that fit together with almost surgical precision. Close the door and listen. Not a rattle, not a creak, just a satisfying vault-like thud. Under the hood sits a 2.0-liter hybrid system producing 181 horsepower, enough to move comfortably through crowded city streets while keeping fuel stops surprisingly rare. This isn't a car trying to impress people with aggression. It's a car that quietly whispers confidence. And here's the crazy part: a 2 or 3-year-old UX can often be found around $28,000. That's basically Toyota money for a genuine luxury experience. Pretty impressive. But level 2 is where Lexus stops being an affordable curiosity and starts becoming a serious threat to Germany. Level 2, where Lexus actually starts making sense. This is the level where many people finally understand the Lexus formula, because here we meet the ES350, the car that has probably convinced more luxury buyers to abandon European brands than any other Lexus ever built. The ES looks elegant without trying too hard. No flashy gimmicks, no attention-seeking drama, just smooth, timeless design. Press the accelerator and the naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6 delivers 302 horsepower with effortless confidence, no stress, no fuss, just smooth power. Then there's the ES300H Hybrid, a luxury sedan delivering around 44 miles per gallon while remaining whisper quiet on the highway. Imagine driving for hours while barely hearing the outside world. That's the experience. And then there's the NX SUV, reliable, comfortable, available as a hybrid, and one of the strongest alternatives to European compact luxury SUVs. Here's why people love this level. While some German luxury cars can demand expensive maintenance year after year, the ES has a reputation for running well beyond 200,000 miles with remarkably little drama. That's where Lexus starts making financial sense. But what happens when Lexus decides reliability isn't enough and builds a V8 monster for enthusiasts? That's where things get fun. Level 3, the sport tier nobody expected. Now we enter the part of the lineup that shocked people because Lexus suddenly stops acting civilized. Meet the IS500F Sport Performance, a car that exists almost out of pure rebellion. While the automotive industry downsized engines, added turbos, and chased efficiency numbers, Lexus did something completely different. They kept the V8, a glorious 5.0-liter naturally aspirated V8 producing 472 horsepower. The moment you start it, the personality changed. The exhaust crackles, the engine growls, and every tunnel suddenly becomes irresistible. This isn't just transportation, it's an event. Every drive feels special. Every acceleration feels dramatic. Every red light becomes an excuse to hear that V8 again. And enthusiasts absolutely love it because cars like this are disappearing fast. The IS 500 feels like a final love letter to old-school performance. But if you think that's emotional, wait until you see the Lexus that many people consider one of the most beautiful cars ever made. Level 4, the Flagship sedan. Now we're entering executive territory. This is the LS 500, the flagship, the statement piece, the rolling luxury suite. The moment you sit in the rear seat, everything changes. Soft, semi-aniline leather, heating, cooling, massage functions, seats that recline so far back they almost feel horizontal. The cabin becomes a private sanctuary. Outside traffic disappears, road noise fades away, stress melts. Then you hear the 23-speaker Mark Levinson audio system, and suddenly your favorite songs sound completely different. Clearer, deeper, more alive. This isn't just transportation, it's a luxury lounge moving at highway speeds. And here's the surprising part, the LS often costs tens of thousands less than flagship German rivals while delivering an experience that feels remarkably close. But luxury sedans aren't the only thing Lexus does well, because Level 5 reveals the vehicles that help build Lexus's reputation for toughness. And trust me, these aren't soft luxury SUVs. Level 5, the real trucks. Most luxury SUVs look adventurous. These actually are. Welcome to the GX 550 and LX 600, the heavyweight champions of the Lexus lineup, built on body-on-frame platforms. These machines were designed for far more than shopping mall parking lots. The GX 550 combines luxury with genuine off-road hardware, locking differential, transfer case, real capability, the kind of vehicle that confidently tackles terrain most owners will never even attempt. Then comes the LX 600, the king, massive presence, incredible comfort, serious off-road credentials, and engineering connected to platforms trusted across deserts, mountains, and some of the harshest environments on Earth. Inside, it's pure luxury. Outside, it's pure toughness. It's a rare combination, and that's why so many adventure-focused buyers love them. But even these giants can't match the emotional reaction people have when they see Level 6, because Level 6 isn't about practicality, it's about beauty. Level 6, the beautiful one. Some cars are attractive, some are memorable. The LC 500 is art. The first time you see one in person, you understand immediately the long hood, the aggressive stance, the flowing body lines. Every angle looks like it belongs in a design museum, and somehow the production version looked almost identical to the original concept car. That almost never happens. Under the hood lives another naturally aspirated 5.0-liter V8 producing 471 horsepower. But this car isn't about raw speed, it's about emotion, about taking the long route home, about watching sunsets through the windshield, about hearing that V8s sing while miles disappear beneath you. Automotive journalists across America, Europe, and Japan praised its design. Many called it one of the most beautiful cars of its generation. And yet, most people barely know it exists, which might be the biggest automotive crime of the last decade. But even the LC isn't the peak of Lexus, because one final level remains, and this one became a legend. Quick question: which Lexus level surprised you the most so far? The affordable UX, the V8-powered IS 500, the luxury spaceship LS, or the stunning LC 500? Drop your answer below, because the final level changes everything. Level 7, the legend. The Lexus LFA. Not a car, a legend. Only 500 were ever made. That's it. And every single one became part of automotive history. Its story began with an ambitious goal: build the greatest Lexus ever created. No shortcuts, no compromises, no budget concerns. Development lasted roughly a decade, and halfway through, engineers made a shocking decision. They abandoned aluminum construction and switched to carbon fiber. That choice forced Lexus to reinvent major parts of the project from scratch. Years of work, millions of dollars, all for perfection. Then came the engine, a 4.8-liter naturally aspirated V10 producing 552 horsepower, a masterpiece that screamed all the way to 9,000 revolutions per minute. The engine revved so quickly that traditional gauges couldn't keep up. Lexus literally had to use a digital tachometer. And then came the sound, not tuned by a motorsports team, not tuned by engineers alone, but with help from Yamaha's music division. They treated the exhaust note like a musical instrument, like a symphony. The result? Many enthusiasts consider it one of the greatest sounding cars ever created. And here's the unbelievable part: Lexus reportedly lost money on every single LFA they sold. They knew it, built it anyway, because some projects aren't about profit, they're about proving what's possible. Today, those original $375,000 cars often trade for $700,000, $800,000, even over $1 million, a machine that transformed from supercar into myth, and Lexus never built another one. So there you have it, 7 levels of Lexus, from a practical hybrid crossover to one of the most celebrated supercars ever created. A lineup that proves luxury isn't always about the most expensive badge. Sometimes it's about craftsmanship, engineering, reliability, and building cars people genuinely love to own. Now tell me, if someone handed you the keys to any Lexus from this list, which one are you taking home? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey through the Lexus lineup, hit like, subscribe, and stick around for the next automotive deep dive, because trust me, the next one might be even crazier.